Hello, it's Chris Haggett here, the head teacher of Longfield Academy. This is the presentation for students who are starting with us in the autumn term. While I do the presentation, I refer to the two booklets, the parent guide and the student guide, so just make sure you've got those close at hand because that will help answer any questions you may have. First off then, let's start with the rules.
So the 6 rules. Firstly, attendance. We expect all students to attend school. We expect all students to be on time, and students need to be in school for 8:30 in the morning. We expect students to have correct equipment and correct uniform, and both of the details of these can be found in your student booklets. We of course expect all students to try their hardest, and finally, we expect everyone to show respect for staff, students and our wonderful surroundings.
The next bit to look at is all the subjects that students will be learning in Year 7.
So first up, all students study maths, and it's really important that they have a scientific calculator, and we suggest the Casio one is the best one to have. Next up is English. Students must ensure they have a reading book with them. If they haven't got one at home, don't worry. We have over 8,000 reading books that they can borrow from our library. We then come to science, and students in Year 7, 8 and 9 do a mixture of biology, chemistry and physics. And then we come to social sciences, and in social sciences, students will be studying history, geography and religious studies. Then in languages, when they start, they do Esperanto first, just to see what their linguistic ability is like, and then they go on to do French and German after that. We then come to D&T, a very exciting area, and in D&T, they do food, they do art, they do textiles, and they do resistant materials. We then come to PE, and they have PE twice a week. We then have performance, and they do drama and music. And then finally, a very popular subject, computing.
And the next thing to tell you about is the houses. Here is the precious House Cup that all students try and win at the end of each year.
The 4 houses are Pegasus, Titan, Leo and Phoenix. Students have already been sorted into their houses by the sorting hat, and during the year they gain points in their lessons, but also throughout a whole range of competitions.
We pride ourselves on the help and support that we give our students. So I'm going to go through some of the things that we do to make sure that your child feels happy and safe.
All students have a house tutor who looks after them for their 5 years at school. Parents receive reports 3 times a year to say how their child is doing, and we also have a dedicated inclusion team in our inclusion area who will help deal with any problems students are having during the day. Our child protection officers keep an eye on all of our students to make sure that they are okay, and we also have a counsellor on site who can help with students who are having a particularly tough time. First aiders are found around the school to deal with any first aid issue, and our fantastic SEN team have a coffee morning every term for all the parents of SEND students to tell them how their child is progressing at school. And finally, our attendance team, led by our attendance officer, makes sure that all students attend school and are happy and safe.
Clubs and enrichment are an absolutely essential part of all the children's time at Longfield. We have lots and lots of activities, over 50 different clubs happening during the week, sport, music, lots of different things. I'm actually standing in the location of one of my favourite clubs at the moment, which is the Harry Potter Model Railway. You'll just see there Hogsmeade Village starting to be built. And if I just turn around here, you'll see that's the base of Hogwarts just there that we're working on at the moment.
Full details of all the clubs can be found in your booklets. We also, during the year, run lots of competitions for our students, and we have a number of shows as well that students can take part in if they're the kind of student who likes to perform. We have 5 enrichment days a year, and on these, students get a chance to do activities that we wouldn't normally be able to fit into a normal 1-hour lesson. We have lots of trips during the year, and again, these are detailed in your booklet. And finally, we run the Duke of Edinburgh Award for those that are interested in taking part in this.
There are lots of different ways that you can get in touch with school. The best thing to do is to phone or to email, and the email address to use is help@longfield.les.sch.uk. Emailing is always the best way, and we guarantee that we will get back to you within 24 hours.
On the rare occasion that your child may get in trouble, we do expect parents to support the sanction. Phones are not allowed in school at any point, and if they're seen, they will be confiscated for a parent to pick up at the end of the day. Bikes are allowed in school, and students just need to get a permit from Mr. Haggett if they want to ride their bike to school, but scooters are not allowed in school at any point. If you've got a concern that you want to raise but it's not anything urgent, please come along to our Parents Forum, which are held every half term, and the dates are in your booklet. You may also want to get involved with the governing body of the school, and we also have the Friends of Longfield, who organise lots of events, including our fantastic firework display and Christmas fair.
The next thing to tell you about is all about life after Longfield. Students get great results, they have fantastic experiences in the school, and they get a range of skills that helps them be successful in today's society. Careers is a really important area for us, so let's see what we do.
Students are photographed when they first arrive at school with a picture of their dream career, and we do the best we can to help them realise their dreams. There's opportunities for work experience. The Brilliant Club also come in from the university to work with our students, and we have enrichment days, many of which have a careers theme. We have careers talks every week with a whole range of careers, as well as interviews with the careers service for all of our students. We have leadership interviews to make sure that students are on track, and throughout their time at school, we help students develop their study and revision skills to make sure they are well prepared for all of their exams. Longfield is only a small school, but we do have extensive grounds, over 13 acres for students to enjoy at break time, lunchtime and during their PE lessons. There are 3 buildings at Longfield. We have the main building, which houses English, maths, science, D&T, music, drama, inclusion, the LRC, which is our library, and also the canteen areas. Next up is the Hampson building, and this is where students will study languages and also PE, and this is where our large sports hall is. The final building is social sciences, and this is the most important building for Year 7 for a couple of reasons. Firstly, this is the building that students need to come to on their induction day on Tuesday the 25th of August at 8:30 a.m. Year 7 are going to be the only students at school on that day, and this is going to give them a chance to familiarise themselves with their surroundings and get used to being in school before other students arrive. The other reason this building's important is this is where the majority of Year 7 lessons are going to be taking place while we're still under coronavirus restrictions, and then when things are back to normal, students will be able to use the whole school.
So that's the end of today's presentation. I hope you've enjoyed it. We look forward to seeing you on Tuesday the 25th of August at 8:30, and I hope that you love coming to Longfield as much as I do, my staff do, my students do, and I hope you have a really magical time.
Ho, 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 it's